Hi, welcome to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. I'm Mark Graben, a senior advisor with KaiNexus, and today I'm reading a blog post written by KaiNexian Matt Banna. It's titled Business Process Improvement Examples, 34 Actionable Ideas. If you'd like to read the blog post and share it with others, look for a link in the show notes. When leaders consider implementing a structured business process improvement methodology, one of the challenges they often face is explaining to employees what types of opportunities to consider. Usually there are some apparent needs that people attack immediately. Still, once those are addressed, it can be challenging to recognize the flaw in processes, especially ones you operate every day. A practical approach for overcoming this issue is providing employees with categories of improvement potential that they can keep in mind. Sharing a few examples with your team and asking lots of questions can help spark ideas, get people thinking creatively, and foster innovation. Of course, recognizing the opportunities for improvement is only the first step. Next, your team will need to leverage various improvement techniques to implement positive change. This post breaks down common improvement needs into several categories and then covers several practical tools for problem solving. Quality improvement. Product defects and errors affect profitability, cause dissatisfied customers, and hurt employee morale. That's why quality problems are usually the go-to target for improvement efforts. Some problems are easy to spot, but others take time to understand and uncover. Our customers have implemented quality improvements by using control charts to understand variation and detect trends, introducing process automation or mistake proofing or poka-yoke where possible to eliminate the opportunities for error, calculating the financial impact of defects and rework, tracking customer complaints and reasons for support calls, applying the 5 whys problem-solving technique to find the root cause of quality issues. When you think about quality improvement, remember that it isn't just the final products or services delivered to customers that can have errors. Internal processes and information must be free from defects as well. Cost reduction. Keeping costs low is often considered to be the responsibility of the finance team and C-suite leaders, but chances are good that everyone in the organization can point to a way to reduce costs. Those closest to the work know what activities add to time and cost without any meaningful benefit. Common opportunities to reduce costs include limiting the purchase of perishable items except for immediate use, shifting from paper records or forms to electronic ones, frequently reviewing vendor contracts to ensure they meet current needs and conditions, reducing the inventory of products or raw materials, and matching staffing to actual customer demand. Regardless of why the team undertakes an improvement project, most will have a positive impact on cost. Revenue generation. In the same way, everyone can contribute ideas about cost reduction. You don't have to be in sales or product development to have excellent ideas for increasing sales. Our customers have grown their top lines by creating new bundles or products or services, addressing new markets or audiences, improving collections procedures, creative marketing to existing customers, making it easier to do business with the company, and expanding partnerships to explore new channels. Our KaiNexus customers are often pleasantly surprised by the ideas that their teams come up with for increasing revenue when they're invited to do so. Safety. Safety is a more significant challenge for some types of organizations than others, but every organization should pay attention to the safety of its workers, customers, and guests. This is one area where frontline workers can be extremely helpful. They see the risks firsthand. Process improvement examples that improve safety include employee awareness and training, workplace standardization and organization, a well-documented and streamlined process for reporting hazards, automation that reduces safety or ergonomic risks, a method for analyzing close calls or near misses, and signage or other visual indicators of potential hazards. Customer satisfaction. Every person in the organization has a role to play when it comes to customer satisfaction. Whether it's by creating products that maximize customer value, delivering support or services, insisting on excellent quality, or setting competitive prices, customer satisfaction is a team effort. Ideas for improving the customer experience include optimizing auto attendants to route customers to the help they need quickly, enhance customer communications and content, implementing a structured approach to handling complaints, skills-based contact center routing, and transactional promoter score surveys. Your frontline employees know what your customers love and hate about working with your company. Tap into this valuable resource to find areas for improvement. Efficiency. Efficient companies practice operational excellence and get the most out of every resource. When organizations are inefficient, employees waste time and effort on tasks that don't add value, resources are wasted, and growth opportunities are missed. Ideas for improving productivity include eliminating duplicate work, like entering the same data into multiple systems, limiting meetings to those that are necessary and effective, streamlining approval processes, and making sure that equipment and supplies are stored where they're needed. Process improvement. All the above examples represent ideas for improving business processes, but it's also wise to consider how you can improve your approach to improvement. Effective communications and documentation will help you accelerate the pace of positive change. You might think about the following: frequently communicating strategic goals and annual objectives, deploying improvement management software like KaiNexus, using digital wallboards to visualize work in process, using daily huddle meetings to structure the day's improvement activities, measuring employee engagement and activity, and improving cross-functional information sharing and collaboration. Let's talk about improvement techniques. Once your team is prolific at identifying opportunities for improvement, you'll want to ensure that they know the most helpful techniques for implementing the ideas, and the blog post has links to deeper dives on some of these methods. PDSA. PDSA is a structured cycle for improvement. The steps are: plan, define the problem and identify possible solutions; do, experiment by implementing or testing one solution; study, analyze the results of the experiment; and act or adjust. If the experiment was successful, add it to the standard operations. If not, go and begin again. The 5 whys. The 5 whys is a problem-solving technique for finding the root cause of an issue. Simply stating a problem and then asking why 5 times or so will usually get to the bottom of the situation. 5S. 5S is a workplace organization technique for improving safety and efficiency. The steps are: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Catchball. Catchball is a technique borrowed from the lean business methodology. Someone, usually a leader or manager, starts the quote-unquote ball rolling or going back and forth by sharing an idea and asking for feedback. Then others add their thoughts and pass the idea up and down or across the layers of the organization until it's refined and a consensus is achieved. And A3 problem solving. A3 problem solving is a structured technique for defining and solving problems. On a single sheet of paper, the team determines the current state, identifies the desired state, selects performance measures, develops an implementation plan, and tracks the results. And we do that using root cause analysis along the way. Business process improvement is critical for success in today's competitive landscape, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small process changes implemented by employees can have a significant impact on results. Armed with process improvement software, a few problem-solving techniques, and the full support of leadership, your team will exceed all expectations. So if you'd like to read this blog post or view or even share a video that's embedded that covers these points, again, look for a link in the show notes. If you'd like to learn more about KaiNexus, I invite you to check out our website at www.kainexus.com. Again, for Matt Banna and the team at KaiNexus, I'm Mark Graban.